It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Number are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. On Saturday, September 23rd from 2 to 8 p.m. at the Alkaline Oasis in Brooklyn, Baba Ashraf Kwesi and Mira Kwesi returns to Brooklyn, New York after 4 years. Get your early bird tickets right now by texting 347-496-1022. Remember, they'll be teaching about the ancient history of Africa, Kemet, and also they're going to touch on Cleopatra. So get your tickets, 347-496-1022. Beautiful people, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Will you be mine? Could you be mine? I love to have a neighbor just like you, turning your scars into stars. It takes a lot to do. Beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Could you be mine? Should you be mine? I love to have a neighbor just like you, turning your scars into stars. It's sometimes hard to do. Beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Could you be mine? Should you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Could you be? Won't you be my neighbor? Hello, boys and girls. I hope everything is well with you today. Your friendly neighborhood Numerovator is in the building on September the 14th, 2023. Not a mercy. And today adds up to a 21, which is a 3. When you break it all down, when you break it all down. Okay? You see the topic. Turn your scars into stars. It takes guts to get out of the rut. Man, it's from a numerovational perspective. And I want to commend and give respect to Robert Shuller and the late great Reverend Ike. That quote I got from Reverend Ike. He said those quotes over, and I said, turning your scars into stars, and it takes guts to get out of the rut. I want y'all to send this to at least 10 people that may need to hear this, because I know a lot of us have gone through a lot of scars in our life, a lot of hurt, and a lot of us are working on healing those scars. And usually those scars, it might heal, but you'll still see the scar. I got scars on my arms from knife wounds and, punctures and cuts, training martial arts or falling as a child on my knees. I got scars on my knees, my feet, and I even broke my ankle back in the day. But turning your scars into stars, and learning to realize that it takes guts to get out of the rut. It takes guts to get out of the ruts. It takes your fortification. It takes your attitude, your right attitude to have the right altitude, even to become a star in whatever you want to do and whatever you want to accomplish. Now, in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, I talk about in the segment called Express in Order to Heal, Not Hurt. That is in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, on page 38. And I break down, I give the dictionary meaning of heal. I give the dictionary meaning of hurt. I give the dictionary meaning of pain. And then I give you the interpretation of each number and the hurtful and the painful things that they go through sometimes, but also the healing factor of each one of the numbers, that if they're able to become their greatest self, to rise up to become the star that they are, they can do some great things. So the topic is turning your scars into stars. And it takes guts to get out of the rut. A lot of us are in ruts. A lot of us are still doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different results. Myself included, I've done it. I've gone through it. Doing the same thing over and over again, which, repetition is good, but if you're not learning from the repetition and moving on, like in martial arts, we had to practice certain katas and certain punches and certain kicks and certain blocks. Repetition can be a good thing, but if you're not learning from the repetition to develop the technique, so if you're not turning the scars and the pains of the repetition, we used to have to kick 500 kicks and 1,000 kicks and 1,000 punches and 1,500 punches, stay in horse stands for 45 minutes to a half an hour. Old school training. Till your legs hurt, till you fart, till you fall down. We used to have to be in planks until it hurt, until we pain. We used to have to lay down and do sit-ups and crunches, and everybody run over each other and step on each other's stomach while we're doing crunches. To turning those scars into stars to the point that we become proficient and second nature with our fighting stance and our attacks on the street. If people attack us, we know how to move and groove and do what we got to do. You got to turn your scars into stars. And like I said, it takes, like the late, great Reverend Ike says, it takes guts to get out of the rut. It takes guts to get out of the rut. Sometimes you got to learn how to get up from under your teacher and move on to another teacher that's going to take you to the next level. That's why in school, we go from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, and then you go to college. And then you have to deal with the teachers of the street. So turning your scars into stars is a very important thing. And I talk about that in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, on the 38th page, which 3 + 8 = 11. And it deals with express in order to heal, not hurt. And the word heal from a dictionary meaning is of a person or treatment cause a wound, injury, or person to become sound and healthy again. That's the first meaning. In my book, it says the second meaning, become sound and healthy again. The third meaning is alleviate a person's distress and anger or anguish. That is the online dictionary of the word heal. The online dictionary of the word hurt, which is a verb, it says cause physical pain or injury to. The second one is cause mental pain or distress to a person or their feelings. The third one is of a person feel mental pain or distress. And then the fourth one is be detrimental to. And then the last meaning to the word pain, which is a noun. First meaning is physical suffering or discomfort caused by illness or injury. The second meaning is careful effort, great care or trouble. Third meaning is cause mental or physical pain too. And I said, did you know the words heal, hurt, and pain also have a numerical value and basic interpretation in the studies of numerology and in the hybrid system of numerovation? Each one of those words that I just said to you, heal, hurt, pain, scar, stars, guts, ruts. All of it has a mathematical, numerical meaning. So you got to read that chapter. You got to read that chapter 3. That's phase 3 of my book called Express in Order to Heal. I'm going to go straight to the numbers and the frequency of hurtful expression and healing expression. Because remember, it's about turning your scars, which can be hurtful and painful, into stars, which is about the healing expression of who you are. And learning how to get out of the guts, learning how to get out of the ruts, but being willing to recognize that it takes guts to get out of the ruts. Let me say it again. It takes guts to get out of a rut. And then I said something like this. I said, in any abusive situation, in any relationship, the person subjected to the unstable living condition must be willing to muster up all of their inner power and strength to reveal and not conceal the hurt they are enduring. Once this is established, then the healing process can begin. This is what I say in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, on page 42, in the same chapter. Express. You got to express and let it go. Of course, the scar might still show after it's healed, but you got to let it go. And like I said, it takes guts to get out of the rut of certain relationships that's keeping you back, certain businesses that's keeping you back, certain jobs that's keeping you back. It takes guts. Let me tell you a story about me wanting to get on the stage and perform. And I knew it was going to be my big break. This was so energetically spiritual, because I was supposed to open up for a reggae artist named Johnny P the week before. I was supposed to open up for a reggae artist named Johnny P the week before. And then I could not make it to the Johnny P event, but the next week was going to be Shabba Ranks. Let me say again, the next week was going to be Shabba Ranks. At that time, Shabba Ranks in 1990 was the biggest reggae dancehall star in the world. And this was like his first official appearance as a major reggae star. Now, he'd been in New York when he was coming up at Biltmore Ballroom and all of that. But I was supposed to perform a week before with Johnny P, who was also climbing the charts. And I was climbing the charts. But I was going through some stuff. I was going through nervousness. I was going through a lot of stuff. A lot of scars from my past. Past fears was coming up. And then I couldn't make it to Johnny P. So my brothers and sisters over there at the Q Club said, you know what, let Simon Templar open up for Shabba Rankins the next week. And sure enough, in alignment, when I overcame those pains of my past fears, I was able to open up for Shabba Ranks in front of one of the biggest audience in the Q Club since. That was one of the biggest, and I mean, the place was packed. People were standing on things. People were downstairs watching it on the closed circuit screen. Shabba Ranks was coming in the building. And your little brother, King Simon, opened up for Shabba. Him there. And every woman they want to rock it out. I was open up with Shabba with a conscious reggae song. He was coming with the sexual stuff, but King Simon, your brother Simon Templar, was open up with black and white story in my mind. Ooh yeah, say we have to analyze it. I was coming in, and I got over the fear. I'm telling you, family, I wasn't paid for that evening, but they allowed me to have 8 guests, which was compensation enough. I was allowed 8 guests on that stage. And I'm saying this because I had to turn my fear, my scars into stars. I had to have the guts to get out of the rut of fear and letting it lock me down. Because I was already number 5 on the reggae charts. But Shabba was number 1 everywhere in England, in Jamaica, in Canada, throughout America. Shabba Ranks was the one, but I opened up for Shabba. I opened up the way with conscious lyrics. with my black and white story tune and One Life to Live tune. I sang only two tunes, two songs that day. But one life to live, we only have one life to live. And we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, 'cause you won't make it no matter what there is. We should always strive to live a positive life every way. I sang that song and I sang Black and White Story in I'm in mine. I sang those two conscious songs before Shabba Ranks came on with all the sexual explicit stuff. Because we needed the righteous, conscious song to open up. Because sexuality is righteous because it's the union of man and woman. But we know Shabba was getting it in. He was singing all the Poom Poom song and all the Big Bati Gal song. He was singing it all. But I had to open up with conscious music. And people gave me a well-deserved round of applause when I sang Black and White Story in my little Muslim outfit, because I was just coming out of Islam. I was just coming out of the Ansarullah community. I left the community at 88 and I started pursuing my musical career in 89 because I was winning all the talent shows, on-air talent shows. I was winning the on-air talent shows while I was in that community. And then when I left in 88, the producer found me and said, yo, we got to do a recording. And soon as I did a recording, my song went up to 16 on the chart. Then my song went up to number 10 on the chart. Then my song climbed up to a number 5 on the chart, right behind Shabba, right behind Supercat, right behind Barrington Levy. And I think right behind Shaggy at that time. I came in number 5 on the top 10 reggae chart because I turned my scars into stars. People don't understand how important it is to overcome fear. And me being on the number 1 in numerology, in my book, Numerovation, the hurtful expression of the number 1 is laziness, selfishness, fear, egotism, stubbornness, arrogance, bullying, and weakness. So I was about to show weakness by not getting on that stage. Let me tell you what happened also. That same night as Shabba Rankins was coming in, and before I opened up, my friend Katrina, Gary was there, Gladwin, and I believe my cousins Rob and Greg was there. But my friend Katrina, she was in the house and she asked me for something to drink, and she went and got me some orange juice. I was so scared the nerves was racking me to the point that when she gave me the orange juice in that cup, I shook the orange juice in my hand until the orange juice fell out of the cup. I didn't even get to drink I think I tasted the orange juice, but I was so nervous that I shook the glass. My hand was shaking like a leaf. I mean, it was shaking like this. And I shook the orange juice right out of my hand till she had to grab the cup from me and take it and put it down because I was so nervous, still holding on to those scars and that fear. But when I held that microphone, family, a star was born. When I held that microphone and I said, we only have one life. I closed my eyes. Y'all see me close my eyes a lot because when I close my eyes, the downloads start coming. They start coming. And I sang that song and I got a good round of applause by the people in the audience. Although they waiting for Shabba now. Remember, they waiting for the biggest artist, Shabba. But I had to overcome those scars and turn it into a star. So I closed my eyes and started singing. And they threw on the rhythm. And then when they gave me a round of applause, then I started singing Black and White Story in Amima, where the first to come up with anatomy to analyze the truth about free body, where the first to come up with biology to analyze the lives in their vicinity, where the first to come up with Egyptology to construct the pyramids that you see. When I started singing that, all the women and the people that was in front of me started putting up their hands, and I was going in. But they was waiting for Shabba. They was waiting for Shabba, and I understood. Shabba came out of the ghettos of Waterhouse, Jamaica. So I understood his journey. Whatever songs he was coming out with, the Poom Poom song and the Gal Me Good song and Gal Your Body Good and all them kind of songs. I understood where he was coming from because Jamaica is heavily sexualized. I understand, but they're also heavily culture, and I brought my culture. So all of us need to turn our scars into stars. And we got to have the guts to get out of the rut. All of us. Because look at Shaba. Shaba born January 17, 1966. Barefoot, dirty, stinking Shaba from out of the ghettos of Waterhouse became one of the top Grammy-winning stars. Come on now, because he left his scars. He got over his scars and turned his scars into stars. He turned his pain, his pleasures and passion into profit. You can look at any reggae artist that came out of the ghetto of Jamaica. Any one of them, Shaka Demus, Pliers, Tony Metro, and Tonto Metro and Devante, Shaggy. All of us came out of the ghettos, even of America, of Flatbush, and all the traumas of those worlds, but we turned our scars into stars. And that's what I'm trying to convey to you, brothers and sisters. And people born under the number 2 in my book, the hurtful expression of people born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of any month is being carelessness, overly sensitive, indifferent, paranoia, dependency, being cowards, and deceptive. But the powerful vibration of the number 2, 11, the 20, or the 29th, the healing expression is understanding, intuition, communication, peacemaking, charming, loving, and gentleness. People born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th of the month, the hateful expression or the scarful expression is cold-heartedness, conceited, superficial, jealousy, whining, gossiping, wasteful, anxiety, and over-exaggerating. But the healing expression of the number 3, or those connected to it in any way, is artistic expression, optimistic, jovial, imaginative, entertaining, creative, charming, and playful. The number 4, people connected to the number 4, is the negative or the hurtful expression of the number 4 is undisciplined, too cautious, stubborn, narrow-minded, too rigid, restrictive, and too practical. But the healing expression of the number 4 is determination, self-discipline, hardworking, loyal, patient, service-orientated, and trusting. This is all in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numerovation for Mental Stability. Get it on Amazon or go to my link tree. Number 5, the hurtful expression of the number 5 is overindulgence, procrastinating, carelessness, irresponsibility, perversion, and lacking discipline. The healing expression of the number 5 is being charismatic, developing charisma, expansive, adventurous, high energy, active, adaptable, progressive, and freedom. But you got to remember, freedom ain't always free. People born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of the month, the hurtful expression of people born under that number 6 is worrying, anxiety, being hard-headed, meddling in other people's business, being cynical, jealousy, and the unwillingness to serve others. But the healing expression of the number 6 is loving, harmonious, responsible, healing, balanced, justice, and family-orientated. The hurtful expression of people born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, the hurtful expression is withdrawing, hypersensitive, isolated, aloof, sarcastic, coldness, skepticism, and fault-finding. But the healing expression of the number 7 is spiritual, introspective, wisdom, peacefulness, inner research, and being studious at a high metaphysical level. The hurtful expression of people born on the number 8, the 17th, or the 26th is being materialistic, controlling, stingy, greedy, undisciplined, cruel, selfishness, impatient, oppressive, and unscrupulous. The healing expression of the number 8 is ancestral connection, success-driven, disciplined, organizing, loyalty, and philanthropy. This is all in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, family. Turning your scars into stars, and it takes guts to get out of the rut. You can send a cash app if you want. Send some love. Spread love. Ba-ba-da. The hurtful expression of people born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month is being bitter, vulgarity, being vulgar, emotionalism, fickleness, impracticality, aimless pursuits, and being wasteful. But the healing expression of the number 9 is universal peace, love, and awareness, humanitarian, compassion, generous, and selfless service. Now, the master numbers. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. On Saturday, September 23rd from 2 to 8 p.m. at the Alkaline Oasis in Brooklyn, Baba Ashraf Kwesi and Mira Kwesi returns to Brooklyn, New York after 4 years. Get your early bird tickets right now by texting 347-496-1022. Remember, they'll be teaching about the ancient history of Africa, Kemet, and also they're going to touch on Cleopatra. So get your tickets, 347-496-1022. Did you ever wonder if your birth date holds information about your destiny? Why you keep seeing the same number or several numbers? Welcome to Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I am your host, King Simon. Numbers are not here to control you, they're here to give you guidance. It's time for you to be able to read the numbers. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, numerovational, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%. Or prosperous, righteous teachers. We gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class. Hey family, it's King Simon, the founder of Numerovation. Remember, if you want to book a session with me and get a Numerovation consultation, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, go to linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator. And your books are available on Amazon. Remember, I'm the El Numero Uno, the Numerovator himself. And if you want to book a session, all you have to do is text me. Make sure you get my books on Amazon. I love you. Peace. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.